Hello students, I, Mrs. Madhuri Mhatre, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. I hope all of you are doing well at home and at the same time you are doing your studies also very seriously. We are studying chapter number 3, Polynomials. All of you, please be ready with your textbook, notebook, pen and pencil so that you can do the needful during this video. So in this chapter up till now we have studied about polynomials, then types of polynomials, then we saw what is degree of the polynomial, and then we have started with operations on polynomials. So in that we are going to study addition of polynomials, subtraction of polynomials, their multiplication and their division. We are solving practice set 3.2, which is based on operations on polynomials, and in that we have completed first three questions. Now let's go ahead. In that we have completed the questions based on addition and subtraction. Now let's go towards the next operation, that is multiplication. So all of you, please open your textbook and go to practice set 3.2 there. So question number 4 here, multiply the given polynomials. See, the first question is very easy. Monomial multiplied by the trinomial. Okay, so this question you can solve as homework, because here only one term is there, and then simply you have to open the bracket and solve. Also, you can take help of second and third one, which I am going to solve now. Okay, so mark it as homework. Now let us start with the second one. So see, first polynomial, so write it in the bracket, x raised to 5 minus 1. We are doing multiplication, so write down that sign here and the second polynomial in second bracket. Okay. Now here we have seen the multiplication in the previous lecture also in the solved examples. So what we have to do is, here we have to take the first term from the first polynomial, and then the second bracket we are going to write as it is in multiplication. Similarly, then the second term we will take along with the sign, and again the second polynomial we will write in bracket. Okay, so this is very first step. See, x raised to 5 into the second bracket as it is, then minus 1 here, and then again second bracket as it is. Okay, so this is very first step. Now here we are going to multiply every term in the bracket with the term which is written outside. Okay, so x raised to 5 into x cube. So this will become x raised to 8. As I have said, when we multiply, we have to add up the indices, or we have to add up the powers. So here x raised to 5 into x cube, we will get x raised to 8. Then x raised to 5 into 2x square, here we will get 2x raised to 7. Then here x raised to 5 into 2, so 2x raised to 5 we will get. All positive because the sign is positive only. Now here minus 1 is there. You know that when we multiply any number or anything by 1, the answer is going to be that term itself. Okay, so here you can simply write down these terms as it is, but this minus sign is going to change the sign of each and every term. Okay, so when you will open the bracket, it will become minus x cube, minus 2x square, and minus 2. It's like this. See, x raised to 5 into x cube is x raised to 8, x raised to 5 into 2x square is 2x raised to 7, then 2x raised to 5, then minus x cube, minus 2x square, and minus 2. Now afterwards, next thing is to write down the polynomial in standard form. That means in the descending order of the powers. And if we have like terms, then we have to take them together to add or subtract. Here what we can find is all the terms are already arranged That means the polynomial is in the standard form, and we don't have any like terms here to add or subtract. So this is our answer. Okay. Now just observe the degree here. Here degree is 8. In the question, degree of the first polynomial is 5 and degree of the second polynomial is 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. When we add up, we get the degree of the answer. Okay, so this is different from addition and subtraction. In case of addition and subtraction, what we saw, the degree of the answer do not increase. Either it remains same or sometimes it can be less than the question also. But here, in case of multiplication, the degree is the addition of the degrees of the two polynomials which are given in the question. Okay, so or the degree of the product is sum of the degrees in the question. Okay, now let us go towards the next one. Third one, 2y plus 1 into y square minus 2y cube plus 3y. Again, this is binomial multiplied by trinomial. So again, the very first step here, the first term from the first polynomial and the second bracket as it is in multiplication. Then the second term and the second bracket as it is. Okay, so this is the first expansion. See, 2y and second bracket it's written completely as it is. Here no sign is there, means it means multiplication. If you want, you can give multiplication sign also. Then plus 1 and then the second bracket is written as it is. Okay, now let's again open the brackets. So 2y into y square, we will get 2y cube. Then 2y into minus 2y cube, here we will get 2 2s are 4 and y into y cube is y raised to 4. So here the answer will be minus 4y raised to 4. Then 2y into 3y is 6y square. This is how we are going to get the answer of this expansion. And here, see again you have 1 here and plus sign also. That means here no change will be there. So all these terms you will write as it is without the brackets. Okay, because when you multiply by 1, the answer remains the same. Okay, so this will be your answer. See, 2y cube, product of these two. Then this is negative and this is positive, so this is negative. 2 into 2, 4. We have to multiply numbers separately and variables separately. And y into y cube is y raised to 4. Then 2y into 3y is 6y square. And the second bracket, all the terms will be as it is because we are multiplying by 1. So there is no change. Now here, if you observe, the answer is not in standard form. Also what we can find is there are like terms. See, these are like terms. So we have to write them together and we have to add and subtract them. So first of all, we have to find out the highest term here. So the highest, highest power here. So highest power here is 4. So this term we are going to write first. See, write it along with sign minus 4y raised to 4. Then afterwards the term with y cube. But we have two terms here. See, plus 2y cube and minus 2y cube. So write it. Then the terms with y square. But here also again we have two terms, so write them together. 6y square plus y square and finally plus 3y. Okay. So here now these like terms we can add or subtract. So here plus 2y cube and minus 2y cube, they will get cancelled. Answer is 0 here. And here 6y square plus 1y square, here we will get 7y square. So our final answer is minus 4y raised to 4 plus 7y square plus 3y. Here also you can observe the degree of the first polynomial here is 1 and degree of the second polynomial is 3. So 3 plus 1, what we can find is the degree of product is 4. Okay. So in multiplication, the degree of the polynomials here get add up to give the degree of the product. This observation you have to keep in mind. Now let's go ahead towards the next question. Question number 5. Divide first polynomial by second polynomial and write the answer in the form of dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This formula you have studied in lower standards also, and in solved examples also we have seen this formula. Now here there are two questions given. Out of that I am solving first one. Second one you will try by yourself. If you face any problem you can ask me. Okay, so the first polynomial we are dividing by second one. So first polynomial is our dividend, that we are going to write inside this box. Okay, this is how generally we do the division of polynomials. So lines are already drawn here by me. So dividend we have to write down inside, but while writing we have to write down the dividend with missing terms. That means the dividend should be written in the index form. Index form means the form should contain degree plus 1 terms. So here degree is 3, so 3 plus 1 we should have 4 terms. But here we have only 2 terms. That means the 2 terms are missing here. Term with x square and term with x. So those 2 terms we will write with coefficient 0. So here the dividend will be like this: x cube plus 0x square plus 0x minus 64. Okay. Then divisor we are going to write here x minus 4. Now we will get the quotient here, like we can get binomial, we can get trinomial. So here we are going to get the quotient in the form of terms, and those terms we are going to decide by observing the first term of the dividend and first term of the divisor. So here first term from dividend x cube, you have to divide by first term from divisor, that is x. X cube is divided by x. Then the answer will be x square. That is the first term of our quotient. Okay. Now after deciding this, we have to multiply this first term of quotient by divisor, and that answer we are going to write below this. While writing, we have to write like terms one below another. So see, x square into x is x cube, and x square into minus 4 is minus 4x square. Okay, so see, x cube and x cube, they are written one below another, and the terms with x square and x square, they are written one below another. Now you must have understood that why the index form of dividend is written, why all the missing terms also are written. Then we are going to subtract this as we are doing in our regular division. Then when we are doing subtraction, we are going to change signs of this second polynomial. Both the term signs we are going to change. So plus will become minus and minus will become plus. So plus x cube and minus x cube, it will get cancelled. Our answer is 0 here. Generally we are we are not writing. You can cut it with pencil like this, that it is getting cancelled here. And here plus 0x square plus 4x square. Think of the new sign or change sign. So 0 plus 4, we are going to get 4x square, and then the remaining terms from the dividend you have to copy down. Okay, so answer of this is plus 4x square, and the remaining terms are carried forward as it is. Now let us find the second term of the quotient here. So plus 4x square divided by x. The answer will be 4x plus 4x. So that is our second term. Then we have to multiply this 4x by divisor again. So plus 4x into x is 4x square. So that we will write here. And plus 4x into minus 4 is minus 16x. Okay. Again we are going to subtract. So minus sign, it shows subtraction here. Then change of sign we have to do. So plus will become minus and minus will become plus. So see, plus 4x square minus 4x square, again it will get cancelled. You can put a cut like this with pencil. Once again I am telling. Then 0x plus 16x. So you will get 16x here, and minus 64 is carried forward from the dividend. The last term is taken again. Once again, to get the third term of the quotient, we have to divide this 16x by x. Okay. So when we divide 16x by x, we are going to get 16, which is the third term of the quotient. Okay, now this process we can do only when the degrees are either greater or they are equal. Like see here, x cube was there, so we divided. Here x square was there, so we divided. Here x is there and here x is there. They are equal, so we are dividing. If we have only number here, it is not possible for us to divide. Okay, so for this, we have to always go on thinking that here, if we get the degree which is less than the divisor, then we have to stop dividing there. That is our remainder. But here see x and x, the degrees are same. So again, 16x is divided by x and plus 16 is our third term of the quotient, which we wrote here. Let us again multiply this plus 16 by x minus 4. So 16 into x is 16x and 16 into minus 4 is minus 64, that we are going to write here. We are subtracting. So again we have to change the signs. So plus will become minus and minus will become plus. So plus 16x and minus 16x, this will get cancelled. And here also minus 64 and plus 64. So this also will get cancelled. And we can find that the remainder is 0. Okay. As I have told you in previous lecture also, always put rectangle around this remainder. Okay, this rectangle shows that it is a remainder. So in this way, this division is completed. Now we have to write down the answer in the form dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So that we can write down like this. Dividend is x cube minus 64 is equal to divisor is x minus 4. Then you can write down the quotient from here, but while writing you have to write it in bracket. And finally plus the remainder, which is 0 here. Okay, now since it is written that divide first polynomial by second polynomial, you have to do long division method. Sometimes what we find is, now like here, see this is the formula which is of type a cube minus b cube, and you know the expansion of that, a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So simply you write it like this and then you do the cancellation. So that will not do. When it is said divide, you have to go for long division method. You cannot make use of the formula and then you cannot divide. In this case, it is not possible only, but whenever the formula is applicable, some students, they use the formula to divide. Like they write in the numerator denominator form and then they go for cancellation. So for those, the marks will not be given. Please take a note of this. When simple divide word is given, you have to go for this long division method. Actually, you have to divide. Similarly, now you will solve the second one as homework. See, this is your dividend. The degree is 5. So you should have 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here only 5 terms are there. One term is missing. The term with x is missing. So with that you have to add here in dividend. And this is your divisor. Divide exactly in the similar manner. And then write down the answer in the form of dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay. Now let's go ahead towards the next question. Question number 6 is a word problem, but it is under the reduced syllabus. This is cancelled. So take a note of this. This question will not be asked in exams. So with this, we have completed practice set 3.2. Now let us go towards the next topic. So in next topic, you have this activity, which is again cancelled. Okay. I think on page number 44 it is there. On page number 43 we have that 3.2 I don't know exactly now. I don't have textbook in front of me, but you please check. So just after 3.21 activity is given which is cancelled. So take a note of this. Now let's go ahead. Next topic is synthetic division. Just now we have seen the long division method. Now here we are going to learn one more method of division called as synthetic division. Now first of all I will take textual problem, the solved problem from the textbook to make you understand how to do synthetic division. Okay. So this is the question. Divide the polynomial 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1 by x plus 2. So here, to do synthetic division, the dividend polynomial we have to write down in coefficient form. So to write down in coefficient form, it's obvious that first of all we have to write down index form of that polynomial, and from that we have to write down the coefficient form. Okay. So dividend form of the polynomial is 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1. See, the degree is 3, that means we should have 4 terms. So what we can find here is one term is missing, and that missing term we are going to write with 0 as coefficient. Okay, so the index form of this is 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 0x minus 1. And from this we can write down the coefficient form. So the coefficient form of the given polynomial or coefficient form of the dividend polynomial is in round brackets 3 comma 2 comma 0 comma 1. Okay. So for synthetic division it is compulsory to find the coefficient form. After doing all these things with dividend polynomials, we have to go towards divisor polynomial. So here divisor polynomial is x plus 2. So this divisor polynomial we have to compare with x plus a, and always we have to take opposite here of a, that is minus a. That means if we have plus 2 here, so therefore we are going to take minus 2. Okay. So take the opposite number. So here plus 2 is there, so opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. So these two things are very much important. The first thing is what? Dividend polynomial you write down in coefficient form. And second thing is that from divisor polynomial you find out the constant term and take the opposite of that. Okay. I hope you must have understood. Now we are going to work with this coefficient polynomial and the opposite number here. Okay. So see in textbook now. After this you will find the steps as follows. First of all, you have to draw one vertical line and one horizontal line like this. Here above you have to write down coefficient form in first row. Okay. Then below that you are going to have second row, and then you are going to have third row, which we are going to find. Okay. So in this way you will prepare the table. Now in the next step what you are going to do is, in first row you are going to write coefficient form, and in that first row only, but on left hand side of the line you are going to write down that opposite number, which is minus 2 here. Okay. Afterwards the second row we are going to find. Nothing is going to appear below these 3 in second row, so better you draw arrow like this here and take these 3 down as it is. So the first number from the first row you will take down as it is in third row. Now this minus 2 into 3, whatever answer you will get, that you will write here. Okay, so that we will see in the next row now, next stage now. See, minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. Again minus 2 into minus 4 is plus 8. 0 plus 8 is 8. Again minus 2 into 8 is minus 16. Then minus 1 and minus 16, the answer is minus 17. The last one is remainder. As I have told you, you have to write down the remainder in rectangular box. Okay, like this. This shows you remainder. Now after this, as we know that it is having four terms: dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. We know dividend, we know divisor, now we know remainder also, but quotient is not known to us. So to find that quotient, we have to make use of these remaining numbers. Okay, so this gives us quotient in coefficient form, and from that we have to write down the quotient. See, this is coefficient form of the quotient. So 1, 2 and 3 coefficients it is having, that means degree here is 2. So we can write down the coefficient as 3x square minus 4x plus 8. This is our remainder. So we can write down it by using the formula: dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so dividend was 3x cube plus 2x square minus 1. Divisor was x plus 2. Then quotient we wrote from here and remainder we wrote from here. Okay, so this way we are going to write down the answer. Now one more division method we have just below this, but that is again under the reduced syllabus. You can study this method as self-study if you want, but questions based on this method will not be asked in exams. So now for division you will keep in mind two methods. One is long division method, which you have studied in lower standards, and the second one is synthetic division method, which we have seen just now. The third method was linear method, but as I have said, it is under the reduced syllabus on page number 45. You can do this marking. Now go to the next page on page number 46. Again you will find one more example is solved for you. So go through that example to understand synthetic division better. Below that the second method, linear method, is given. So once again you cut it. Only this one method you are going to use. So now let us see practice set 3.3, which is based on these two methods. But again here you have to make a change. Divide each of the following polynomials by synthetic division method and also by linear division method. Write the quotient and the remainder. So this linear division method, that word you cancel. Also here are 6 examples given. Out of these, question number 5 and 6 are under the reduced syllabus. So you will practice only these first 4 sums. Okay. Now let us see synthetic division here. So let us solve the first sum here. So the question is 2m square minus 3m plus 10, which is dividend here, divided by m minus 5, that is our divisor. So first of all, we have to write down the dividend polynomial, that is 2m square minus 3m plus 10. Then you have to write down this dividend polynomial in index form. Now what we can find here is this dividend polynomial is already in index form. See, the degree is 2 and we should have 2 plus 1, 3 terms which are present here. No term is missing. So we can write down the coefficient form directly here. So from this we can write down the coefficient form as inside the round bracket 2 minus 3 and 10, all separated by commas. Okay, so dividend we wrote, and from that coefficient form of dividend we wrote. These two things we have to do with dividend. Then we have to go towards divisor. So divisor here is m minus 5. Then I told you that you are going to take opposite of the number present here. So here minus 5 is present, so opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. So these two things which we need, we found out. The first thing is the coefficient form, and the second thing is the opposite of the number or constant in the divisor. Now let us go towards synthetic division. So draw the table like this, as I have said, one vertical line and one horizontal line. Now here on the right hand side of the vertical line, we are going to write first row as the coefficient form. Write it well separated. The numbers should be well separated. Don't write them close to each other. Then on the left hand side, you are going to write down the opposite number which we have found out, that is 5 here. Then I told you that the first number from the first row you will carry forward directly to the third row like this by arrow. Okay, so 2 is taken down like this. Don't write anything below these two. So always keep a habit of drawing this arrow to understand it better. Now see this 5 into 2. 5 2s are 10. That answer we are going to write here. So minus 3 plus 10, the answer is 7. Again 5 into 7, 35, which will come in the second row. And 10 plus 35, the answer is 45, which is our remainder. So put a rectangle around that. Okay, as I have told you, always whenever you find a remainder, you keep habit of drawing rectangle around this. So now dividend is known, divisor is known, and these remaining two numbers, they are going to give us coefficient. So let's write down coefficient. So coefficient form of quotient is like this, 2 comma 7, and from this we can write down the quotient as 2m plus 7. Okay, 2m plus 7, because here the variable is m, you have to write down the same variable. And here they have told us to write down the quotient and the remainder. They have not asked us to write down the Euclid's division lemma or the formula dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Only we have to write down quotient and remainder. So that is our answer. Quotient is already written and remainder is 45. Okay. Now let's see one more sum here, and then remaining two sums you can solve by yourself. Question number 3. Y cube minus 216 divided by y minus 6. So this is our dividend and this is our divisor. So first of all, write down dividend, that is y cube minus 216. Now here the degree is 3 and we have only 2 terms. Actually we should have 4 terms. That means some terms are missing. The dividend is not in index form. So write down it in index form first of all. Write down the missing terms. So it will be y cube plus 0y square plus 0y minus 216. Now from this we can write down the coefficient form as inside the round bracket 1, the coefficient here, comma 0, then again 0, and finally we have minus 216. Write it along with the sign. Okay, it is very much important. Now let's go towards divisor. Divisor is y minus 6. So we have to take opposite of minus 6 as plus 6. So two things we found out, the coefficient form of dividend and the opposite of constant from divisor. Then draw the table like this. Then write down the first row here on right hand side. That means all the coefficients. As I have said, draw them well separated. Don't write close to each other so that we can write the numbers properly one below another. Then the opposite number plus 6 that we are going to write here on left hand side. Take this one down as it is. See now 6 into 1, 6. Write down that answer here. 0 plus 6, 6. 6 6 are 36. 0 plus 36, 36. 6 into 36, 216. So see, minus 216 and plus 216, the answer is 0. The last number is our remainder. So put a rectangle around it to understand that it's your remainder. And one more thing gets clear from this, that this number we are not going to include in quotient. The remaining numbers, they give us quotient. So when you draw a rectangle like this, you understand that you are not going to take this number in quotient. So after this, let us write down the coefficient form of quotient, that is 1, 6 and 36. And from that we can write down the quotient as y square plus 6y plus 36, and the remainder here is 0. Okay, so two sums I have done for you. You have to do remaining two sums as homework. Okay, so students, today we are stopping here. We will meet in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.